Today we're gonna start on a long-awaited project I've been wanting to do, and that is adding a sorry, it's a little frosty here, but I've been wanting to add a 12-volt car charger to the middle console on the 2023. I bought a Nissan Frontier. This place here even has a little circle for a charger, but on this model it didn't come with it. I've heard on the earlier 2022s, maybe Pro 4Xs or just other trim levels had a charger here. Bought this tray to go here, and it even has a spot for it, and so I'm looking to put charger there. It'll fit nicely. So to do that, I'm gonna have to take off this panel here with the wireless charger and the cup holder, remove that. I have to drill a hole where that is, run the cabling underneath the console, underneath the floor mat, and then tap into the accessory service connector. I'll show you all the tools I've got out for this. Okay, so I picked this up on Amazon. This is just 12-volt car charger, but it's got two USBs and also a USB-C, which I like. I think this might just be a power button to turn it on or off. Also liked it because it slips in, has a piece that I can screw on to secure it, then also comes with these plugs here that make it a nice, just easy plug and play with the kit I bought from Amazon. I was looking at the Nissan OEM one, but it looks like it has a specific accessory port on the back, and I was having a hard time tracking down the wiring. I like OEM stuff, so if I figure out how to order all those parts, I may add it later, but this will work for now. This charger came with a little bit of wiring. You can see how much wiring, and a fuse, which I like, but this section right here is not enough to run from where I need it to go to the accessory service connector. So I bought a roll of 14 gauge wire. Yesterday I spent time rigging this up to what I needed to do with these connectors, splice connectors here, or crimp connectors, excuse me, and then I've just got it on this endless roll wiring, and once I get that measured out, use it. I'll use this splice kit for the accessory service connector. I'll show you which wires to wire in there for it to work. Just some tape, wire cutters. So for the drilling of the hole in the middle console, got my drill. I'm not really sure which kit I'm going to go with. After measuring this diameter, it looks to be about an inch, maybe a little bit more, maybe an inch and an eighth. And so I've got an inch and an eighth hole driller out of there. I've also got these two things I picked up from Home Depot or Harbor Freight. One, just some step up bits. None of them go to an inch, but at least it'll get me started. Then I've got these. My inch one is bent, so I've got a 7/8 and a 15/16. So I feel like I can get pretty close, and then maybe just file away the edges until I can get that cigarette lighter to go in there. Here's some trim tools to remove the cup holder and the wireless charger piece, and I've got a towel here. You'll notice the water from the last shot, but also in previous times where I've tried to get that trim up around the wireless charger and the cup holder, I've noticed that I've kind of bent the plastic a little bit, and just using the shop towel to kind of get underneath the tool and pry it up will keep me from damaging that plastic. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I need to do here is use these pry tools to work around the edges here. There's some points here where these connect. They also connect here, and so you're just trying to work your way around, lifting it up, being easy, and trying to hear a click sound. You can kind of tell where I've done this before. There's some little bits where I've kind of bent the plastic a little bit. It's not a huge detail, but I'm just going to be careful with this shop towel while I do it. Okay, just take your time on this. There's no sense in rushing it. You're going to feel like you're breaking it. First you start here. This panel needs to rise up first because it sits in a piece here on this panel. Work your way up. These two are hard to get to. Just widen this piece out of the middle console so that these two little pieces can get out. Then you're going to want to come up here and like get this lip up. And again, just feel around for your sticking points are. There's clip here, clip here, clip here, clip here, then it kind of clips on up here. Once you are ready to pull this out, if you've got the wireless charger, you just need to get down under here and feel for the clip to undo that. And then there's one more, I think, just for this light here. Just feel around for the clip and undo that cable. And then you can just set this to the side. So I've already been in here before when I installed the impact sensor down at the base. So kind of familiar with the layout here, but you know, here's the look. I don't know if you can tell with the lighting here, but there you can kind of feel a little outline of a circle where they intended to put one, or there was an older trim. But if you look, it's just right on the other side of this. And so plenty of room to work here. Once I get that drilled out, I'm just going to run the cable underneath and under the floor mat. Again, I've done that with other accessories like the impact sensor, so not a big issue. I've got a little headlamp so you can kind of see there is an outline, and then I've already drawn some guidelines to just kind of find the center of that circle. When I measured this, that circle that is there, it's like 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches, which is probably the OEM size of the charger from Nissan. This one's only like just barely over 1 inch wide, mine is. So I'm not gonna hollow out that whole circle. I'm just gonna go to about 1 inch, and then just try to go up a little bit higher than that with a file, maybe, depending on if the 12-volt lighter fits, or charger, excuse me. Okay. Wasn't the prettiest, but what is nice is that this charger has like a lip edge to it, to the top, so that'll cover all that up. And I've got to get a vacuum because there's a lot of plastic bits from doing this, but I'll just show you. So I mean, all that scratching and stuff is covered up. I can't see it. And then concerning the placement of it, to just see if it looks nice with that tray. This is what it's going to be. So I guess, you know, it could be a little higher on this, but there's not much higher it can go. I mean, a little bit higher, but it's where they wanted us to put it. So I'm gonna get this wired up. You can see it sticking right there. So I'll get that wired up and connect. So I've got this kick plate up, kick panel off. You can see the accessory service connector is here. Carpet's pulled back. Noticed I pulled that vent off there so that I can pull this back a little more. This is where my this is where my impact sensor is running. They provided us some tape. So I think I'm gonna try to peel that up just a hair, just to stick this new electrical underneath it so it's not rattling around anywhere. And then I'm just gonna do my best to follow the impact sensor cabling, which is here, right there, up into the console. I'll get this unwrapped and show you which cables we're going to work with. Okay, here's all the cables from the accessory service connector. I mean, I've got a bunch of stuff in here already connected. My police scanner, my dash cam, my kick plates, the impact sensor. Just, you know, these are great because anything you need to plug in, you can. all these colors mean a different thing, so I'm looking at all the things with gray tips. For black, we're going to use our ground for that. So the black wire from the 12 volt charger will lead to black here. And then I'm going to use the orange cable for the positive charge, because that will turn on when I have the car on accessory mode. So just one click of the push to start, and then also it'll stay on when the car's on. But you know, just in case I just want to sit and charge my phone or have something charging in there just when the battery is not the car's off, but just when I push that one time on the push to start. Other colors mean different things. I'll post a link to a good forum on the Nissan forum that just kind of talks about each color and what they all do. And that way you can kind of customize your accessories to turn on when you want them to turn on and off. I didn't really know how much cable I needed, so I've got what they sent me from Amazon attached to some cable I have. I'll put a link to that. I liked the cable they sent because it had a fuse in there. So just a little safety precaution. So I'm gonna start working this up into the middle console and then leaving this down here. And so I'm gonna use up as much wire as I can getting to the charger. Okay, I've got those tapped in there, and I'm just going to turn the ignition on and see if this works. Okay, just hooked it all up, turned on just the ignition button. I just pressed the start button twice. I think it came on even just with the accessory button once without it actually being on like it is. So it's working great. I've already vacuumed up. I'm gonna put everything back where it goes, and show you what it looks like with the tray installed. Okay, so I've got everything back in. I'm just gonna start the car. So that's one press. So notice that the blue light lit up and this has started charging. So even just one button will do it. I can press it twice. Still will do that, but I don't know how long this would run and run out the battery, but best to only charge things while the battery's on and the alternator's charging. So looked like there was a little flash there between changing it from accessory to actually turning the car over. So I'm not sure if that's just part of it or if there's a little surge there to do that. I haven't tried out the other two right now, just like the USB-C being here, but it's got two USB 3.0s in there. So hopefully that will help with some faster charging. Plenty of charging in this vehicle now. We've got got the wireless charging pad here, and then also have the two ports over here that actually connect to CarPlay. So pretty excited about this. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. If this was helpful, feel free to like, subscribe, and leave a comment.